Hey friends, this is JB on JB's Man Cave, and we are on a road trip today to a place called Bamboo Settlement number 2. Right now we're coming out of Valsain South. We're going on a highway briefly. This will take us to Bamboo Settlement. This area is known as Valsain at the present time, and if you haven't subscribed to JB's Man Cave, please do. In the production of this video, I have over 4,000 videos. That's right. Check them out on my main channel. Sometimes people just get caught up in one or two of my videos. But if you check my home channel and my playlist, you'll see how many other varieties of videos I have. So we are turning into Bamboo Main Road right now. We're heading south. This area was largely just green vegetation, possibly swampland, possibly agricultural land. We passing the mosque on the left, by the way. But slowly it developed into what it is now, which is largely known for selling used car parts. I mean, they do sell new car parts. There are places that sell parts for repairs and so forth, services that is, for your vehicle. But most people know the Bamboo simply because it's a good place to get cheap car parts. The people here, they buy imported parts from other places, mostly from Japan, and bring it here to Trinidad and then resell it at a discounted price, a price that is far below what you would pay if you had to buy the part new, especially from the retailer. So a lot of people come here, especially if they can't find a part. Maybe your vehicle is older, and so you can't get it at the dealership. So you come to the Bamboo, and that's where you'll find it. Or sometimes they can even order it for you. As you can see, there are many religious places here. We're passing one that represents the Hindus. And while there are one or two places in here where people have made it its residence, it's more or less commercial. This main road here is the main artery in and out of Bamboo Settlement number 2. And I say number 2 because there's another settlement that's not going to be shown in this video. Actually, I came here specifically to look for a part and decided to make a sort of road trip out of it by giving you a look of how it would look like if you were here. As you can see, it's not a place that is meant for tourists or tourism. It's largely just for selling used parts. One of the problems that occurs here in Bamboo is flooding. You could see today is a rainy day. It's kind of cloudy in the recording of this video. The sun started to come out, but you can see the roads are still very wet. And as you know, with most of my videos, I like to go to places that you would not have been. So most people that are not from the Bamboo would come in here, get their part, and go out. So this part here is probably a part of the Bamboo they have never seen, but we're gonna check it out. You see 2 coconut trees there. Something that I've said before many times in my videos is something you just don't see in the Caribbean island of Trinidad. Check that bridge out. Took me a second to wonder if I should cross it. In the end, I decided to do just that. So maybe this might be a good way of showing you what the Bamboo looked like before it became what it is today. Might have looked something like this. Just lots of bush, kind of swampy land and whatnot. Just giving you that idea of how you could take it in. I was wondering here if I should continue, if I should try to turn around. Now you could see the road is extremely narrow. So turning a vehicle as long as mine here was quite a challenge. And I was thinking, what should I do? Because if, this road is built above the land below, so if one of my wheels was to come off, it could send me down in something that I don't want to go down into. And I don't have a winch on this particular truck, so it's not like I could really pull myself out, and 4x4 would be useless here unless you had very big tires. So I decided to go a little bit further, which in a way gives you a sort of an adventure, because there aren't many places like this where you see bush so high and so close to the road. So there's a little opening there on the left that would have enabled me to turn around. I didn't want to get too far into there because I didn't know if I was venturing into private land or where I would be going. While I like to adventure, I don't like to take too many risks, especially in a place like Trinidad where crime is high. Some people claim certain territories, etc., quote unquote. So I decided to turn around. Like I said, it was my main purpose to come and look for a part for my vehicle at this stage anyway. But this is the part of Trinidad that I like, the green, the nature as it should be. While people might see this as being unkept, I just like this. It's not something you see often. And with all the development that's taking place, you hardly see any green anymore. All you see is a lot of concrete, blocks, roofs, and asphalt roads. So when I get to see a lot of green like this, I'm pretty happy about it. So there's a truck coming. And I was wondering how he was going to pass next to me because you see how narrow the road is. But like everything else, people make do here. That river on the, going left to right, that is, I believe, goes into the TRINI River. And I tried to keep the lens as wide as possible so that you could see both sides. I don't want to directly look into people's homes, yards, or businesses, but from going from left to right, you can see how it is. So I was pulling over to the left here a bit because I wanted to go inside this place to see if they have a certain part. Once I was done that, we continue our trip. Now, what you see here is pretty much the whole of the bamboo. I'm not going to visit every single little street, although I have in the past looking for parts. But pretty much this is how it looks. Certain streets will just have a little more residential look to it, but still maintains some kind of commercial aspect. You just can't get away from that with the bamboo. How about you? When last have you been in here? Or have you ever been in here? Mainly you'd only come in here if you're looking for parts for your vehicle, but other than that, most people really don't traverse here unless you're a resident here. As for the people of bamboo, typical Trinis, I would say, more or less helpful if you need help, but it's all about business really. So, you know, you don't wouldn't really come in here to lime or socialize or whatever unless you had friends or family here. This would be again strictly for commercial purposes. There are certain establishments that have been around longer than others, and so people automatically divert to them. But if you find like you can't get a part at a certain place, you could keep on looking. Drive down some of these streets, you'll be surprised to find that you could actually find the part in one place whereas you couldn't find it in the other. For those of you who are abroad and may not have seen Trinidad before or don't know what the Caribbean is like, this is, I would say, more or less typical streets and places in the Caribbean or here in Trinidad. It's not the ideal tourist look if that's what you're looking for. I have other videos for that. But I would say more or less most places in Trinidad look like this. Varying looks to houses, a lot of street poles, lamps, wiring, going crisscrossing. And yeah, sometimes a bit of flooding. You can see the mountains of the north up ahead. Those mountains go about 3,000 feet above sea level, somewhere around there. As you can see too, some places are more developed than others. You can tell by the way they keep their business place. Some now starting out, some have been here for a very long time. Have you ever had to come to the bamboo to get a part for your vehicle? How was the experience for you? Tell me in the comments area. Make sure to let me know what you're answering because sometimes people will just, make a comment but not really say what they're commenting about, so I cannot really figure out what they're answering or saying. Maybe you once lived in the bamboo or had a business here or family here and this would be sentimental for you. You can see what it looks like now. Tell me what you think. Does it look the same? Is it showing more development? How was it for you and back in your day? Right now we're proceeding north on the same bamboo main road and going towards the exit. I would say, in my opinion, most people that come to the bamboo come for the parts at these two places. Bobby's there on the left and Intex Auto on the right. So most people just come to this front section of the bamboo, but as you can see, it's a lot more involved. There are side streets, like I said, where you could continue, but there isn't much more to see than what you haven't already seen. And if you like these videos on what I do and the time that I take to make them for you, feel free to visit on my website and donate if you can. No pressure. Make sure to subscribe, like, let people know about JB's Man Cave. I appreciate you and you watching. Thanks so much.